Welcome to Kung Fu Havoc number 2. I'm going to play you a series of 5 videos and then we're going to pick up from there. So first I did this stitch, but I'm going to try and play the whole part that I'm stitching with, and then we'll play my parts, and then we'll go from there. Let me see if I can get to the stitch. If I can get the phone to work. Okay. So this is the video that I'm going to stitch
Racial
with.
preference is racist. I was recently dating a guy, and he expressed very aggressively that he would not have intercourse with a black woman because of their hair and skin. And he defended it as it being preference, but really, it's flat-out racism.
There are various reasons why we Asian girls chose to date a white guy. Oh, we want a mixed baby. They're so pretty and adorable. Most important, they look white, so they're not being bullied at school. They have all the features we crave ourselves. They have a tall nose, so I don't need to splash tons of contour on the side of my nose each time I do my makeup. And also blue, green, big eyes, so we don't need to stuff our pupil with colored contact lens to make them look bigger, colored, and cause eye infection. Or like Margaret Chu said in her comedy show, we just simply like white dick.
Okay, racial preference is racist.
So you got all that. Person I follow at
racial
JT, hold on.
Is
at JTOMAGE1. Go give them a respective follow. Thank you for this, young man. So now my part. Here's where I come in. God damn it. I don't know what the hell I just did. But anyway, here's my parts.
Okay. Racial preference is racist. I was recently dating a guy, and he...
For context, go watch that. Go give this guy a follow. Okay, so this is going to be a saga. Maybe 5 videos. Maybe 3. And I might just go to YouTube and make a whole video about this. Because I've done this before. Okay, so I'm a person who is of multicultural descent. Or multiracial descent, depending on which one you want to go. I really can't say multinationality because my nationality is American. And I'm probably getting all that shit mixed up, confused, and twisted because it is what it is. Anyway, my name is Echo Fang Grey Wolf. Again, for context, go follow that. In the video, the young lady says that preference is racism. I'm on the fence because is it though? I mean, if you haven't been through something racially motivated, how do you know it's racism? Alright? So, let me ask y'all this. Remember, this is going to be a saga, so I can take my time. As a young kid growing up, being multicultural, all I ever wanted to do was just be black enough for black people. Surprise, that didn't work out. Alright? Because at the time, I knew I was part black and I knew I was part white, but see, I didn't know what racism was until I got into school. And then I learned what racism was. Because see, kids are taught racism. Kids don't know racism. So, is preference really a racial thing? Or maybe you are attracted to who you are attracted to. Not all white women are attracted to white men. Not all Asian women are attracted to Asian men. Not all black women are attracted to black men. Alright? But when I was growing up, all I ever wanted to do was date black girls. Darker than me, lighter than me, didn't matter, as long as they were black. So technically, I was being racist, because I wasn't willing to give white girls, Asian girls, or Mexican girls a chance, correct? Because that's kind of what this woman is saying in this video, or I'm interpreting it wrong. But, what happened was, by the time I hit the 3rd grade, racism and black girls have always told me from the 3rd grade to high school that because I'm mixed, I will never be black enough for them. I would never be good enough for them. So while we're on preferences, is it wrong for me to go after girls who don't have the same skin tone? Or am I supposed to wait around for 1,000,000 years for the right skin tone that matches mine to want me? That's part 1 of this. I hope the video works because it stopped for a second. But I want you guys to go watch that and then come.
Okay, so now we're going to go to part 2. Now, FYI, it was actually probably the second or the first grade when the racism really started. It was in reverse racism. We'll get into that.
Chose to date a white guy. Oh, we want a mixed baby. They're so pretty.
Part 2. Again, go follow that, watch that whole thing, and then come back. Because I am what you call those that this young lady is mentioning. As a person who is mixed, I have first-hand account on why I'm on the fence about preference being racial. I was rejected by black girls all the freaking time. All the freaking time. All through grade school and the little puppy love that we have, middle school, high school, because I'm never going to be black enough. And I only wanted black girls back then. So I came to a decision. I can wait for the perfect black girl to come along. And I've had 2 black girlfriends that really destroyed me. And I'm going to make this into a YouTube. I'm going to put all these videos on YouTube at Kung Fu Havoc number 2. And you can watch tomorrow. But anyway, back to the subject at hand. I can wait for the perfect black woman to come along and just grow old by myself. Or I could date other women. Well, white girls and Asian girls were the only women who would even give me a second look. So is it preference? Is it racist? Or is it just living your life? I don't think preference is racist personally. Now, I don't know where the guy that I'm following stands on that, and his opinion is his, and I'm going to respect it. As for the 2 ladies that he got the videos of, I don't know what their opinions is. But I am of multi-ethnicity. I am one of those mixed babies that people have. I'm part native, I'm part black, I'm part white. I am one of those mixed babies. As a mixed baby speaking, is it preference? Is it racist? Because the truth be told, it's a little bit of both, maybe, and maybe not. And the reason why I say maybe it's not, because when I tried to date black girls, it didn't work out in my favor. I'm not saying all black girls are the same, but it traumatized me to the point where I just won't experience with Asian girls. I prefer Asian girls because to me there are no prettier women on earth than Asian women. I'm not for either. It's just because this is gonna go from you. But honestly, I don't is actually racist. I really don't. But ability of someone. So we will talk about experiences in part 3, the 2 stitches. That way I'll have a little bit more time. So part 3 and part 4, we will talk about experiences. And the reason why you won't see
Chose to date.
Okay, so ran out of space. Part 3.
Okay, this is part 3. I'm going to put all 3 parts on the full video when I take this over to my YouTube channel of Kung Fu Havoc number 2. Possibly all 4 parts. See, a bad experience at any time can change your perspective on life. Most of my bad experiences, unfortunately, have been from black people. Then I have bad experience with white people, and I've had one bad experience with native people. Now, most of the black girls that I've dated have destroyed me for dating other black girls. I'm not saying all black girls are the same, but the ones that I have encountered has messed me up for life, so I do not date them. I've had bad experience with white girls, but not as bad as black girls. I've had one bad experience with an Asian girl, but again, not as bad as I've had with black girls. So I do not have a preference to date black women because of my bad experiences with black women. Does that make me racist? That would be your opinion. We'll deep dive into that when I get this thing on YouTube. Now, as far as racism is concerned, I've had more racist incidents with black people in general, not just black women, but black people in general, because I'm mixed, and they have leveled the playing field on how much I will never be black enough for them. And there have been other people who have had racist experiences that have led them away from their own people. Okay? Now, in the video, the white woman explains that the black guy, or whoever she was dating, wouldn't have sex with black women because of their hair. And all black women have messed up ass hair as described in said video. The Asian woman was talking about how she wants to date white men and have mixed babies, etc., etc. Now, I may be interpreting all of that shit wrong, but the truth be told, maybe she had a bad experience with a couple of Asian men, so she decided to go with white men. Or maybe she just loves white men, and it's somewhere in her mindset that marrying white is like marrying up. Okay? It happens. Now, for me, I do prefer Asian women. I prefer them. That's my choice. That's my preference. I don't say it's racist. I don't think that there aren't any beautiful black women or white women. I just see Asian women, as I said in video 2, as the most beautiful women in the world. But that's just my opinion. It's also my preference because most of the time, Asian women actually give me the time of day. Where black women and white women, some white women more than black women will give me the time of day, where most black women won't even give me a second look. So, am I supposed to wait for the right black woman, or am I supposed to live my life until the right woman comes along, regardless of her color, her ethnicity, or whatever? Now, I ain't got all the time in the world. I am currently 48 years old, and I have a crush on Zeta Zhang. And not only do I have a crush on her, I want to marry her, or I'm going to die trying. And I've left her messages. I don't know if she's going to take them seriously, but here's hoping. Bottom line, you're going to have to see part 4. And all of them are going to have to go on YouTube. And then that.
And here's part 4.
Okay, first course
yes,
correction.
I do love Zeta.
It was 2 bad Native experiences, then a bunch of black experience that was bad, and a little bit of white experience that was bad. That's the course correction because I misspoke in the last part of that video. Now, and I did bring up my crush Zeta Zhang, who I'm in deep love with, who doesn't know I exist, and I'm going to marry her or die trying. Now you're up to speed. One bad experience is really all it takes to destroy a life. And a lot of people don't understand that, so it might not just be about preference. It might be about one bad experience. So when I carry all of these episodes over to YouTube, I'm going to talk about my bad experiences with women of color that I have dated, and which is why I don't know if preference is racist or not. You can say it's racist. I'm not going to disagree with you, but I'm also not going to agree with you. I'm on the fence on this thing, and when I take it to YouTube, first I'm going to play the entire video if it allows me to do that. And then I'm going to play my 4 parts, and then we're going to pick up from there. Basically a prelude to that, so that you understand that I want you to know where people are coming from before you decide to make your decision on if you prefer to sleep with a person who is not the same race of you, if it is racist or not. I don't think it's racist, but I think I'm only able to speak for myself versus other people like the 2 young ladies in the video. I can't speak for the gentleman who posted the video. I can only speak for me, which you can only really speak for you. But I can tell you this, and this goes for everybody. Everyone's had a bad experience that has opened their eyes to some real live shit. And if you haven't, you just haven't yet. But you have been very blessed to be around people who have kept you, coddled you, or kept you sheltered from all the bad things that can go wrong in life and earth, and you can't be protected from this shit forever. I understand that shit. The best way is to learn, and experience will always be your best teacher. And I'm sorry that unfortunate events and bad experiences are a part of life, and you, just like me, will have to face them at some point in your life. How you come out the other side is going to make you or break you, and that really depends on you. Now, like I said, I'm going to go into experiences about black girls and how I'm mistreated, and which is why I will not date them. And I'm not saying that they're all the same, but most of the ones I've been with treated me all the same. So you'll understand, or you can find my YouTube videos and you'll get it, but I don't know if you will or if you won't. But I will tell you this, one bad experience can change your life. And that's what you need to understand. One bad experience can change your life. Not always for the better. Sometimes for the worse. And once you... Okay.
I know you see them damn lights! We will pick this up with a part 2.